Jump over to Tesla. This one missed by just a couple of dollars here, and then it just absolutely soared higher. I really liked what I was seeing here on the weekly, and this is one of those things, right? Um, you can see that setup, and you have to try to hone in on the entry. So I have added in this blue arrow here, right? Why? Well, let's just look at this because I think this is important. There's your rounded look. There's your failure at the 200 day. What did it do? It put in a higher low. Now, is this actionable yet? Not really, at least for me, not yet. Because you need to identify when it is truly ready, right? Allowing that setup to get you right up to the point of execution, right? Not just wait there and say, okay, well, I can buy it here and then just see what happens. Yes, could it work? Yes, but is that a little bit more of a random hit right there? It is, right? If you want to think about those opportunities as they get closer to where they really are ready to go, watch closely versus that 200 day, right? As soon as it starts to get closer and closer to it, think about how shorts are feeling, right? Shorts are going to be feeling a little bit more concerned. And right there, very important areas. You see how we failed right up against it, right? Who is selling the old open from 420, the very shortest time frame? And what's happening? Are they getting paid? They are not getting paid. You're seeing a higher low. You're seeing a higher low. You're seeing a much higher low. So right here, and one could argue either on this day, or you could wait for confirmation on this day when we actually closed over. Either of those days, to me, are valid opportunities to be involved in this just as it's getting ready to go, just as shorts are getting ready to have to cover. Because from that moment, this stock changed its behavior. Now, I missed this setup. Why? Because I was not honing in on TSLA at that moment in time. I had my eyes elsewhere. But I'm using this as a learning opportunity for me, maybe for others, to try to anticipate, number one, where traders are going to have to cover, number one. And number two, get it on your radar a little bit early. I'm not saying to anticipate by actually buying this early. I'm saying anticipate that setup emerging, right? And this was a very important time period, and that bar was especially important given how it was acting. That following day, you then move lower, but look what happened. Buyers came back in right at the EMAs. So you're seeing some early signs of relative strength showing up, right? Has this been a huge, a huge longer time frame laggard? Yes, right? But off of a turn, off of a key weekly low, this is what happens. You first get the turn, up to that 200, a failure, then you have to watch to see, are bulls in control or not? And they were showing themselves back here first as they put in the higher low, and then here as they were able to support the underlying again. So that is, uh, a key day. Now, one would ask, oh, but there is no volume. There's not always going to be volume to support a name. If there is, great, but there it does not have to be. It's just not something that you will always see. So I would not use that as a primary filter for your trades. That's why I opt to look at structure, and what I think of as structure is this clear base, the higher low, the failure versus the old swing right there, right? And then the higher low, and either on this day or on this day, these are valid days to look at this as a long opportunity. If you ended up, having a long versus, say somewhere or on the close, I would not want this to lose that low, right? Why? Because this is either going to squeeze or it's not. And why are we even thinking that it is going to squeeze? Because you're right at the 200 day. That's a really key upside reference for any underlying. As soon as you closed over that, the overall behavior of the underlying changed, right? Every little move down was bought, and then it gets much harder to actually get in. So right here on 511, I missed that setup by just a little bit. But that's where it gets a lot harder to actually be in. So that's why you have to be able to see the overall setup ahead of when everyone else does, right? So that way you can be active just when you have to be, right? And um, that way, yes, one could say, as I said earlier, could you have been, long somewhere around here? You could have been, but the overall hit rate there is a little lower. So you have to be aware of that. The overall hit rate gets higher as you get closer to that that key upside area that will actually drive that squeeze, right? So that way you have a really easy way to actually manage that setup. At least for me, it is far easier to be handling a long here than it is here, right? But everyone's got their own style. But I'm just trying to share with you that we need to always be thinking about each individual setup and how that hit rate uh, really changes, right? This is a very high hit rate setup once you start to get over that 200, right? That is clearly then in play to the upside. Here, not as much. Here is like well, it could be, you can think of this more as a, win one, lose one sort of play, you know. This could just chop around for a while, right? I wouldn't have a really easy way to actually manage that because we're hovering below the 200. So I like to see an underlying above that, or at least show some pressure versus, right? In order for it to increase the overall hit rate associated with that setup. In order to understand that on your own, you got to do your own research. But I'm just sharing with you, that's how I look at every setup. Can I actually understand what should happen on a look forward basis based on that setup? If I can't in my head, then I don't trade it. Doesn't mean that it isn't going to work, but I'm not able to actually map that out in my head. So I've looked at so many of these over the years that I know what I'm looking for. But this is one of those things where my eyes just weren't on that when it mattered. And when my eyes were on it, it was a little too late, and it was far harder to actually buy up here versus back here, right? But I just want to really hone in on that because I think it is super important that we're always thinking about hit rates on individual setups at different times and how those change over time. So that's what I have to share here in TSLA. Hello, let's do here 527 to 62. Um, really great setup. Just absolutely A plus setup there in TSLA.